Donnie Dub. This beat is smooth.
All right, man, what's good? What's good? It's your boy D3. It's Thursday, you know what it is. Welcome to the Kickback. Welcome, man. First and foremost, as always, like always, I gotta say thanks to all of the subscribers that have come through, man. Really appreciate y'all. If you don't know, like the videos, share them with your folks, share them with your friends, share them with anybody you think might be interested in what I gotta say. You know what I'm saying? Leave a comment, give some suggestions for the next show. You know what I'm saying? The Millionaire State has just released its next ME mix, and it's pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? It's the Levi High by Danny Lay featuring the baby ME mix. We're gonna call that Act Up. Hey, we acting up on there. It's real short, but it's real sweet. Well, you'll like it, man. It's in and out, bop, bam, ooh, hey, you'll check it out. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Also, I have a whole playlist of ME mixes. The Couples Therapy mixtape is basically the same thing as ME mixes. Shoot, in a minute we're gonna have to be releasing a whole nother, maybe Couples Therapy Part 2, because at this point we're doing them every week, sometimes too. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes surprises might happen, but you never know, man. Stay tuned. Hit the naughty bell so you can be informed when something else drops. You know what I'm saying? Hey, all right, so today in the Kickback, we're going to be talking about how to further bond with or work with, or how to deal with your spouse or your partner, or whoever it is. Might be, living with somebody, y'all got a relationship going on type thing, and then the quarantine dropping, you were like, shit. Or maybe you wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't like that, but I mean, I could imagine that being a thing. But that's what we're gonna be discussing today, is how do you cope with something like that, man? And you know what? I'm not gonna waste my time saying it's easy, because then I'm only looking at one perspective. But it's a couple of things that we as guys we can do, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you with your spouse. It's different when you're not. I can't really speak for anything else. I've been married, getting ready to be 9 years this year, I believe, and it changes. My relationship is, we have a good time. We've been having a good time. I have to guess on how long we've been together. You know what I'm saying? I said 9, it might have been 8. Don't tell Epi. You know what I'm saying? But I really don't know. It's a blink of an eye, and this time has went by, and it's still, every day is like Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not, but by the end, it's still gonna get back right there. And that's the thing. The first point that I'm gonna make is, make sure that you are taking the time out to kind of feel out where your partner, spouse, whoever you're chilling with, make sure you understand where they at mentally, every day. You know what I'm saying? And throughout the day. Ain't nothing wrong with asking them multiple times, because, feelings can change, man. It's crazy out here. This quarantine got everybody kind of fucked up right now. And, with that going on, you need to, constantly, hey, man, you all right? How you feeling? You good? You need to get outside, get some air, man. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, that you want to do that. Because if you don't do it and you just keep letting, like, you see them making this thing face. You know how they be, how a girl be, especially, they get up with that. Trust me, and they will hit you with that, oh, I'm all right, when you ask them. Okay, that's your cue to just move on for a few minutes. But if you really love somebody, when they got something going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's not your cue to jab. It is your cue to back off for a few minutes. They might not be ready to talk about it right then, but you definitely want to check back in. Yo, baby, what's good, man? You don't seem like yourself all the way. And I know, put that in there. And I know, you know what I'm saying? Eventually they gonna tell you something. You know what I'm saying? That's my first point, man. Make sure you stay there. Stay right there with them. Hey, man, you good? That don't mean you gotta be in their fucking face all day. They don't like that either. I know, I know that, but I don't like that. I don't need you, robbing me of my time all the time, but definitely, because if you ignore them, they gonna hit you with that later too. I know you know something around me. You ain't know it, man. Why you do that? Why you don't care nothing about what I'm doing? Type thing, that type. Okay, now, the next thing that is gonna make your quarantine with bae or your work time with bae or whatever it is, your couple time with bae, the next thing that's gonna make it rock a little bit easier, or however you want to, move along smoother, is, okay, we have a tendency as guys we know what we want to do. We like what we do. Whatever that thing may be. I know that me and Epic, of course, we have the same, we work together. We're recording artists together, and so that kind of make it a little bit easier. But outside of recording artists, we both still have those things that we like. Okay? So there's gonna have to be a compromise with the things that we like. We have to share the time. She's gonna appreciate it, and you're gonna appreciate it in the long run as well. Don't always just do what you like, man. Or if you do, let's say it like this: make time for the things that she likes. Ask her what she want to do. 9 times out of 10, they're gonna tell you they don't know, which is not true. I don't know why they spend the time to fix their mouth and say, "Oh, I don't know what I want to do." Yeah, you do. You know what you want to do, but they probably don't think that you're going to want to do it. That's usually how it works. Don't know why. Maybe we created that problem and it need to get fixed. But truth of the matter is, most of the time, ladies know what they want to do. They just probably is scared to see what you gonna think about it. For instance, I know with Epic love to watch a funny movie. She just loves a good movie. And my thing about it is, she like to watch a movie in a time where she gonna fall asleep. Well, at this point, I've accepted the fact that we gonna watch a movie. You know what I'm saying? And she gonna go to sleep. And I'm gonna laugh. And then I'm probably either gonna go to sleep or I might play Xbox. It don't matter. But the thing about it is, you show her that I'm willing to share my time. You know what I'm saying? And then eventually pull her in, see if you can pull her in on some of the stuff you like. I got Epic playing Call of Duty every now and then. We do a little training thing, because honestly, the new Call of Duty is garbage, and then they need to do something about it. I hope everybody at this point know. Warzone is fun though, but you can't play that split screen. You feel what I'm saying? Anyway, but we compromise, man. We'll do sometimes we do what she like. Sometimes we do what I like. But the thing about it is, everybody's stuff is gonna get done. You know what I'm saying? And that's what matters. Everybody's stuff is gonna get done. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a good time all the way around. You know what I'm saying? You got your babies, put your babies in on it, let them do something, because trust me, they gonna be the ones that's causing you some issues. They love, I don't know what it is about nowadays and kids love to be talking about, I'm bored. I cannot remember being bored. We might have said we were bored when we were small, but I always had something to do. I ain't had no problem being in my room playing with my toys, or drawing a picture, or coloring, or whatever. I always had something to do, and it wasn't always playing the game. Even though I love playing the game, I've always loved playing the game. But we even had a restriction on game time, so you weren't gonna play the game all the time. You know what I'm saying? But these kids now, look, I've drawn pictures with my daughter. I don't know if y'all seen my coronavirus picture, but I drew a coronavirus. I done drew a crayon. I drew a whole bunch of stuff because it's stuff she had to do at school, but I was trying to make it fun for her. You know what I mean? Also, just make, compromise, make time for everything. You got enough time if you choose to have enough time. Time is a lot of time illusion. You know what I'm saying? You be talking about, I don't got time to do that. Okay, well, what you doing? That type of thing. Take a walk. Go take a walk with your spouse. Y'all go walk around the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? It'll come back to you in a good way later. Another point to go with that one is, and then guys, man, make sure, definitely, as guys, man, try to include. Don't just, what you doing? Oh, I'm just playing a game. Okay, that's lame. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that might be true, but if you could break it down a little bit more for, maybe, even if she just sit there and watch you do it, you know what I'm saying? I know you'll find Epic sneaking lines in the songs that have, it has relevance to the games and stuff that she watched me play, and it's hilarious. She talk about sparking loops and everything. It's hilarious. But, it's just, if you allow the access, then it'd be less problems. If you deny the access when you doing what you doing, then you know you can't expect her to offer you no time when she's doing what she's doing. You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, be legitimately interested when you know, like you can't ask what you doing, asking her, you know, ask your spouse, you know, what you got going on, and then turn her off as soon as you start talking. You know, I've seen people do that. Baby, what you got going on? And then in Instagram, you know, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And now my third and final point that I'm gonna make, man, is you gotta accept the fact that you are still two completely different people. Not completely different, but you know, every person is unique and they have their own way of doing things and they got their own stuff going on mentally that you can't control. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I was small, pastor of my old church, Bishop Mitchell, he used to say, you know what? Anytime that you try to put two people in one space, it's gonna be a problem. You know what I'm saying? But the way to fix the problem is always the same. It's always finding a compromise in between. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, remembering that, I've watched my life get better and better as I learned to slow down and understand what it is that, you know, when there's a disagreement, because there's always going to be some sort of a disagreement. Now, the level of the disagreement is going to be based off of who can back down the fastest. You may be right. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people think that is going to end the argument because you know you're right. Okay, no, that does not end the argument, especially not with no chick. I'm going to tell you right now, they'll argue their point. Even if they wrong, they going to stick to their point forever. That's just how they do. Now, later on, they'll probably come back and tell you if you don't back down, but how much time are you going to waste on an argument when you could just back? You know what? Let's just back off for a second. And let the quiet be there so that you can actually take a few moments to think about what it is that y'all are really. A few moments, you'll figure out a few things. One, you'll figure out it's probably going to be a miscommunication. Miscommunication can go a whole bunch of different ways. You didn't understand, you didn't hear, or I took the words the wrong way. But whatever, you take that time to just take the time and back off. Know that y'all love each other. And sometimes, guys, you just gotta let her have it for a few minutes, let her cool off. Anyway, if you take those three, quarantine, working with it, whatever you want to put with your partner, that it's gonna be a lot easier. Just them three things. Those are just some beginning ones. I might come back to this one because there's some other little tips and tricks. But you know what? Real quick, man, we also have released a couple of different things. You know what I'm saying? We've actually had another episode of We Two Turn, which is our other series I do with Epic, where we also talk about this same thing. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out. Other than that, man, it's your boy D3. It's been the Kickback, man. I hope you had a good time. Appreciate you. Peace.
Ride this track till it ride out.
That's right.
Slide up in the 90, watch it slide out. I ain't one for wasting bars, don't need to wait it out.
No need.
That's called a warm-up, shout it, hope you ready now. Look, east side Atlanta, shout it, yeah, that's where I stay. Millionaire's a state, my brody grab a mixtape. Done and Epic, coming, shout it, get up out the way. Grounded, roll it, spark it, toke it, then pass the J. Only Kush, if it's me, it get that crap up out our face. Used to turning up and fucking in all different places. Married couple popping, ex have sex in crazy ways. Currently it's 4 a.m., been up since yesterday. Hot box the whip, need the plug on Millionaire. Turn up 4 days straight, then turn back down on that gas.